This video was brought to you by World of Tanks. Check the description below to enter a sweepstake to win one of 8 grand prizes for 2 tickets to PAX East 2016 and a custom-themed World of Tanks PlayStation 4.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nick. As always, you can call me Tetro Ninja, and this is some gameplay from World of Tanks. This game is available right now for basically every system that is out there, last generation and current generation of consoles, as well as on PC. Just one thing to note though, if you do want to play it on PC, it actually is not available on Steam. If you want to play it on PC, you actually have to go directly to the video game's website. And just to get some logistics out of the way, because I always believe transparency is something that's always very important on YouTube. As you can probably tell from that lovely intro that my girlfriend Tara did at the very beginning of the video, that this is a sponsored video brought to you by the developers of World of Tanks. They wanted to raise a little bit of awareness for the game, as well as give you guys more information on the sweepstakes that they're holding right now for a free trip to PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts for 2, as well as a custom skinned World of Tanks PlayStation 4. So there are 8 grand prizes to be won, and I think there are about 9 ways to enter, so you can enter 9 different times. But if you want more information on that, you can check out the description below the video. And this game is a free-to-play game. It's all multiplayer, so there is no single-player campaign whatsoever. It focuses on realistic tank combat, hence the name World of Tanks. There is a brief tutorial that you can do to kind of just get a hang of all the controls and stuff, which really do help. And you're probably wondering why those tanks are disappearing out of nowhere. So in order to make sure that you just can't sit there and snipe enemies across the map, if you are far enough away from an enemy and you're not making a lot of noise, you can go camouflaged or go invisible. That is specific traits that different tanks have depending on how loud or how small or big the tank is, or how you're using the environment. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, it kind of got into like a dogfight right away at the very beginning of this map. So there really is only one game mode for the game, and it basically entails is you either kill everyone on the opposite team, so PvP style, or you go to their zone where they come out and hold down a territory or a flag that was originally in your area. Even though that is a way that you can win, in most of the matches that I played, you won by just destroying everyone else, just because the flag is usually kind of in a gigantic open area, and the tanks have a pretty long range of how far their main weapons can fire, so you act like a sitting duck. This is some gameplay that was actually pretty aggressive at the very beginning. I played the game for about 4 hours, and I'll be honest to you, the learning curve is quite steep. I was absolutely getting my shit pushed in at the very beginning of this, getting absolutely destroyed. This is one of those smaller tanks. It doesn't have, its bullets don't hit that hard, but it's really fast. So what you're seeing is the chicken and mouse game that we're playing right now, because the tanks take a little bit of extra time to take down. It's not like an instant Call of Duty kill. You have to, and there's also a reload after every single shot that you take. So what normally the strategy that you want to employ is you take a shot, hide behind cover, either a tank or a building or a wall, step out, shoot, and rinse and repeat. My tank had a lot more armor than that guy, and he wasn't really using his ability to move around the map really quickly, so he got decimated. So that being said, this is a free-to-play game, which means that there are microtransactions to be had, because there is a profit to be had with any sort of game. So yeah, if you want to check out this game, just go to the store of whatever platform you're on and download it for free. And if you continue playing, you can unlock some of the upgrades that you can find later in the game. Or if you want to, man, I got absolutely destroyed there. Or if you, sorry, got sidetracked. Or if you want to progress a little faster, there are microtransactions that you can take advantage of. And what I was saying earlier is that there's a very steep learning curve to this game. If I were to make a suggestion to you guys, if you are new to it, that you should start off with a tank that's a little bit bigger, has really high fire power. It'll most likely have a very low fire rate, but it will also have very high armor, because this game is all about making sure that your tank is in a very good position to engage the enemy. And if you're moving around the map a lot, especially if you're new to the game, I found that for the first 3 hours I was kind of just putting myself in positions where I was getting in trouble, whereas if you're a tank that is slow as a snail, it's difficult to get around the map, and you won't get yourself in trouble by getting yourselves in sticky situations and moving around too much. So that's one tip that I would give to you guys. All the other things that you would expect from a game with multiplayer focus, map awareness, learning the game mechanics, everything plays and is viable in my suggestions for you guys to get better at the game. So overall, my thoughts, it was very, very fun. Like I said earlier, it was frustrating for the first 3 hours or so, but it's always rewarding to know that you've killed the guy and you have ruined his game, because I don't know, I like making people, or thinking to myself that I just made someone quit and made their day a little bit worse in a video game. That's how I live vicariously through I live vicariously through my video games of how I would like to screw people over. But so just one thing, so with every single round that you get 1 life, and if you die, you cannot re-enter the game again. There are no respawns, and you can either A, wait for the game to just play out. If you kind of want to spectate and watch, you can cycle between all the other players on your team that are still alive, or you can just quickly exit through the main menu right after you die, and there's actually no penalty for leaving the game early after you die. You get the same amount of rewards. Obviously it's not the same amount of rewards if you were to actually win the game, but that allows you to kind of just drop in and out really, really quickly. One thing to note though is that as you're waiting, the tank that you just used is no longer available. You have to wait for the match to end before you start using that tank again, as well as collecting your rewards for that game. So there are like ridiculous amount of tanks in this game, depending on what country you prefer for the manufacturer. There's German tanks, US tanks, Chinese tanks, Japanese tanks. Basically, if you're a big history military buff, if you know that a country manufactures tanks, you'll find that tanks manufacturer in this game. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay and you check out the game on whatever platform you are on. And if you do decide to download it for free and you find yourself enjoying it and do want to possibly get fast tracked a little bit, I will be giving away some of the DLC packs for microtransactions on Twitter. You can find me at TetraNinja, and up until the day the contest ends, the sweepstakes for the trip to PAX East as well as the custom PS4s, I will be tweeting some of the codes, and if you're lucky and you're online at the time when I tweet it out, you can snag yourself some microtransaction currency. I think it's either silver or gold in this game. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay, and thank you for watching, and I shall see you guys next time, alright? As always, have a fantastic day.